Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm David Mathis. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. All your support has been tremendous. I really appreciate it. The growth of the channel has been great, so let's keep it going. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button too, because I am putting out regular content, so you'll know when videos are coming out. Today, what I want to talk about is this idea of calorie cycling. Calorie cycling through the week, either it be for fat loss or for gaining weight. It is a concept that has been around for a while, right? It's nothing really that new, but I kind of want to dig a little bit deeper into it and talk a little bit more about it. Some pros to it, some ways to go about it, maybe what are some cons, why it might not be for you. Just kind of talk a little bit and give you a little bit more information so that you can make the best decision possible for your specific goals and whatever you're trying to achieve, right? When it comes down to anything, a training routine, a diet that you're trying to follow, it has to fit into your lifestyle. It has to make sense for you to sustain it in the long run moving forward. So I want to give you a little bit of information for you to just think about. Sorry, I had something floating around. I'm not going to sit here and persuade you to do it one way or the other. What my job is to do as an influencer, as an educator, as an evidence-based exercise scientist and coach is to give you information that you can utilize and figure out how to implement into your own life in order to make the best decision for you to efficiently and effectively get to your goal. So let's talk about calorie cycling a little bit. It is what it sounds like, right? You cycle your calories throughout the week. Sometimes you might have higher days, some days you might have lower days. Maybe you're even one of those that sets in like a medium day, right? You see this a lot more when people are trying to gain weight, right? They have like a high, medium, and low day based on maybe how their training is split up that week. Now, some reasons to calorie cycle when you're gaining weight is because when you are continuously giving your body an abundance of nutrients, right? You are in a surplus, and that surplus is probably progressing over time. It can get a little difficult. It can maybe seem like a job to eat, right? And it needs to be. It needs to be thought of as a job, especially if you have specific goals like gaining a significant amount of muscle. It needs to be thought of as important as a job, right? It needs, your training is a job, your cardio is a job, your eating is a job, your sleep, recovery methods, all that stuff needs to be a job. If you're a bodybuilder, if you are someone that is serious about progressing in their goals to the maximum efficiency. So you could break it down into a few things. You have like a higher calorie day, a medium calorie day, and a lower calorie day. At the end of the week, no matter if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, it's going to be dependent on your overall calories for the week, okay? This is just a tool. Calorie cycling is just a tool, like intermittent fasting is a tool, like keto is a tool, like all these other things are tools in order to help you efficiently get to your goals. So some people find that on their rest days, they're just not as hungry, right? And whether or not you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, it can be hard to try to keep piling food down, especially if you're trying to gain weight. So it makes a little sense for people to make those days a little bit lower in calories, right? Maybe you save a couple high days for really hard training sessions like leg day, back day, for example. Maybe you save a medium calorie day for something like shoulders and arms or chest. The point being is that you're not eating the same amount of calories every day, but your total weekly calorie goal that you're aiming for is going to be hit. Just depends on how you break it up. Some people don't like the monotony of eating the same thing every single day. I don't mind it, but like I said, that fits my personality too. I'm a very type A personality type of guy, so I don't mind that stuff. I find that for some clients I work with, that makes them fall off the wagon a little bit, right? They get bored, adherence isn't as great, and when it comes down to it, consistency and adherence is what's really going to be important moving forward for any goal, whether it be fat loss, reverse diet, muscle gain, anything like that. So you can break it down into like a high day, a medium day, and a low day. Maybe 2 low days, maybe 3 medium days, maybe 2 high days. However, it's going to break up to help you. You know, some people like to put the high days on their weak body part days so that they can try to get a few more nutrients driven into the specific area that's being worked, right? Nutrient partitioning. So that's just one example, right? Let's talk about calorie cycling from a weight loss standpoint, okay? So when you start losing weight, your metabolism starts to become adapted, right, to the lower calories. At some point, your metabolism is going to get to a point where it's adapted and it's just not firing on all cylinders, right? You're on low calories, but maybe you're not losing the weight that you should because your body is getting used to that caloric intake as its new kind of maintenance calories, right? Some other things that can happen with being on a diet or prepping for a long time is hormone production. You know, your hormones can kind of, I don't want to say shut down, but they diminish, right? Testosterone in men. Your hunger hormones, your ghrelin and your leptin kind of get all thrown out of whack. So this is where the idea of like a refeed day comes in, having a higher day to kind of restore that sensitivity, keep that metabolism firing like a bright burning campfire. I actually have a video explaining your metabolism, so go ahead and check that out on my channel. It explains what a poor metabolism looks like compared to a healthy metabolism. But when you're dieting and stuff, you can get down on very low calories, you can get very tiresome, lethargic. So having that boost every now and then is not just good for metabolic purposes, but for energy, right? For psychological purposes as well. So some people have adopted this calorie cycling to make the dieting process a little bit more sustainable for their lifestyle. They've adopted a few different ways that you can go about calorie cycling. There's the 5 and 2 method, where you're pretty much on very low calories 5 days of the week, say Monday through Friday, and then you allow yourself 2 high days on Saturday and Sunday. Some research has shown that this has a slight metabolic advantage over restoring your metabolism to a healthy place, keeping hormones in check, maybe retaining a little bit more lean body mass while you're dieting. I was actually part of a study at University of South Florida that I helped participate. I didn't participate in. I helped conduct the research on refeeds and stuff like this, where you did the 5 days low followed by 2 days high, back to back. So there was some great research that came out of that we found. That is a very, very good option. I use that protocol with many clients, have found great success for it, and the adherence and the consistency is able to, be put forth in it, and progress is made a lot better. Another option for calorie cycling is you can do a high day, low day, high day, low day, high day, low day. That's perfectly fine. Like I said before, the calories at the end of the week are going to be what matter most. Now, you don't want to fall into prey. Some issues that come along with calorie cycling are people with disordered eating tend to gravitate towards this. I myself suffered from an eating disorder for many years that nearly took my life. So I understand the psychological aspects that go into this. That idea of restricting and then binging, right? That kind of attracts some disordered eating habits and people to this style of, calorie intake. So be wary of that. There is also, you could also, even on a fat loss phase, you could do a high, medium, and low day as well. It's a little bit less common, but that is an option that you can definitely use for that. Calorie cycling is not a diet, right? It is, like I said before, it's a tool. It's a tool for you to use to help you achieve your goals, whatever they may be. You want to find out what's going to fit good in your lifestyle. I have many clients that I work with that travel a lot. And when they're traveling all day, it's hard to get their food in, right? So you do the best you can on that. Maybe you make those days a little bit lower and you have a few higher days for when you get settled in or when you're back at home, right? The important thing is that you continue on with your training. You hit your total weekly macros, your total weekly calories to stay on goal. Now, I think calorie cycling is a good option. I don't think it's magic. Let me just state that right now. I don't think that it's going to be the thing that's going to maybe I don't want to say make the difference, but it's going to make the difference in the fact that you're going to be able to sustain it, right? If you enjoy this. But when it comes down to it at the end of the week, guys, I cannot stress it enough. It's your overall total calories. It's hitting your macros. It's getting your training in. It's getting your cardio, and it's getting your sleep and recovery. This is just one little tool that might help you reach it maybe a little bit more effectively for you. Calorie cycling is not for everybody. Some people find it very stressful because they have to think a lot about what they're going to eat. Whereas someone who's on just like a regular calorie deficit and on a meal plan, they've got their meals all planned out. It's a lot less stressful. Or somebody that is in a gaining phase that just wants to, not worry about fluctuating their calories day to day, just have a normal eating plan, meal plan, total calories per day to take in. Sometimes they find that a lot less stressful. It's all an individual thing, but calorie cycling is a useful tool for some people that find that sustainability and that monotony on the day-to-day, eating the same calories, eating the same food, is just getting to them. So if you have any questions about calorie cycling, please reach out to me. You can find me on my website, www.coachdavidmathis.com. You can find me on Instagram @MathisFitness. You can email me, david@biolane.com. I am taking on some new clients here for 2020. I'd love to help you out. If this is something that maybe you think would be beneficial in your lifestyle, and you don't know how to go about doing it, please reach out to me. I'd love to work with you and help you. But if you have any questions below, leave questions below. Comment. Do you calorie cycle? Have you ever tried it? Did you find it effective? If you have, what are some tips maybe that you have for other viewers that are watching this? So let's make this an interactive community in the comment section below. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and I will be back with another video soon. If there's something that I have not covered on my channel and you'd like me to cover, please reach out to me. I'm making these videos for you guys, so I wanna accommodate to your guys' interests. If there's something that maybe needs a little bit more clarity, I'm happy to do that as well. So you guys have a great day. I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you.